Identity in social context, the first thing the book talks about is family influences. Parents, again, are going to play a significant role in adolescence identity development. Family atmosphere that promotes individuality and connectedness is important. So on individuality, this is going to be self-assertion, the ability to communicate a point of view, that you have your own ideas, your own thoughts, and you're able to communicate those to other people. That's individuality. And that point of view is different from other people's point of view. On the connectedness, so it's kind of individuality and connectedness, it's a flip side of the same coin. On the connectedness, basically that you're able to be sensitive and you're able to respect other people's opinions. You have your own opinion, but you can also respect other people's. And you're also going to be open to other people's views. You at least hear them out. And those are going to be things that are going to be key within the family for identity development. Basically, you want your kid to be able to have their own views and still be connected to the family. The family becomes a secure base to go out and explore the world. And it's kind of similar to the strange situation that we talked about a couple chapters ago. It's almost like the world is a strange situation that's always transpiring for these kids. And they go out, and if they have this strong base that they can return to, the parents, that's definitely going to help them throughout their lives. So there probably is a pretty good correlation between attachment to the parents and identity development. On peer and romantic relationships, the capacity to explore one's identity in adolescence and in emerging adulthood is linked to the quality of friendships and romantic relationships. At a certain point, friends and peers become more important to development than the parents. Friends often serve as a safe context for exploring identity-related experiences. So it's kind of like how we're talking about the parents acting as a secure base. The friends can act as a secure base too. And it's similar in romantic relationships. You're both in the process of constructing identities, and each person is providing the other with context. Kind of related to this is the idea that you need to have a good, strong identity before you will be successful in a romantic relationship. It's this idea that you have to know yourself first before you can have hope that somebody else can know who you are. You have to know yourself before you can explain, or show who you are. And then finally, the book talks a little bit about identity, social context with cultural and ethnic identity. Identity obviously is going to be also influenced by the culture. Adolescents, emerging adults in the US and in Canada, they grow up in contexts that value individual autonomy. But elsewhere in the world, individuals are more influenced by a collectivistic emphasis on fitting in and connecting with others. Many who are part of the, kind of related to this, many who are part of the cultural majority are unlikely to view status as part of their identity. So I'll say that again. People who are part of the cultural majority are unlikely to view their status as part of their identity. On the other side of that, for members of ethnic minorities, cultural dimensions are likely to play an important aspect of their identity. It's something they're actually going to think about. With people that are in the majority, though, they're not really going to think about that too much when they think about their identity. People from ethnic minorities, though, will think more about that. On this ethnic identity, this includes a sense of membership in an ethnic group and attitudes and feelings towards that membership. You could also have what's called bicultural identity, and this is identifying in some ways with one's own ethnic group and in other ways with the majority culture, it's a really fascinating idea that you almost have this two different identities that you're having to go back and forth with. I remember from the movie The Departed that one of the characters was like, spent the weekends with his father in that tough part of, I think it was Boston, and then he spent the week with his mom in a more of an upper middle class place, and so he would actually be a different person on the weekends compared to the weekdays because of these different places he's in, and this is a different identity that's split, and there's definitely going to be problems with that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this discussion on identity, and I hope we'll have some good discussion questions that we can discuss together. Thank you very much for listening.